My name is Denise Renner, and I wanted to just speak an encouraging word to you today, and it's from John chapter 8. Now, this is the story of the woman who was caught in adultery, and I'm sure those religious leaders, when they brought her to Jesus, that they didn't, escort her kindly. Probably they pushed her. Probably they even pushed her to the ground in front of Jesus. We don't know. But I would say that they were very cruel. They were ready to stone her. They didn't care anything about her. And Jesus, of course, this is the moment because they want to test Jesus. And so they say, Jesus, what are you going to do? Well, Jesus knows the law that she should be stoned, but Jesus is listening. And he comes with truth. So look at verse 7 of chapter 8. It says, so when they continued asking him, he raised himself up and said to them, he who is without sin among you, let him throw the stone at her first. Well, those words, they exposed what was inside of their hearts. And one by one, they left the scene and they dropped their stones. And friend, my word to us today is, do we have stones in our hands? Are there stones of criticism or judgment towards somebody else? A husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, an employee, a mother-in-law, a father-in-law, your mother? Do you have stones in your hand that you're ready to throw at somebody because you don't understand their actions and you don't like their actions? Jesus spoke to those men. He didn't even speak to them, sorry. He wrote in the ground. And those men, it says they dropped their stones. And that's my word for us today, that we need to drop out of our hands and let it fall to the ground judgment or criticism that's in our heart for somebody else. And the sad thing about these men, and the difference in what happened with the woman who was caught in adultery, she was set free. She was forgiven. Jesus said to her, sin no more. But those men, all they did was drop their stones. They didn't get changed. They left the same way as they were. They did not hear what Jesus had to say to her. And they left in their sin. And she left in her freedom. Let's not be like those religious leaders and carry around secret stones and thoughts of criticism that we want to throw at others. Let's throw them down and let's hear what Jesus has to say about that person. Well, that's my word for you today.